What up, everybody? It is your boy Jabbar back again with another video. It is the same day, Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day again. But I've decided to just do Tierra Whack World on the same day that I do Shea Butter Baby by R. Lennox. Tierra Whack. And I went and I looked her up. And I saw that she had an album out from, I think it was 2019? It was 2018? I forget what it was. But anyway, it was Tierra Whack World. And I was like, Whack World, that's such an interesting title. Like, it's a whack world. Like, it's a whack world in terms of like, it's her world, but it's also like whack. Like, it's nothing that you're gonna think is cool, or it's nothing that's in right now, or it's nothing that's like trendy. It's just what she likes, or what she considers, or what is whack. Like, it's like whack. And I think that is an interesting play on words, and like, I think it's just an interesting concept. Like, to like consider yourself whack, and to like own it, claim it, and to make what you consider whack music that you don't think anybody will like or pay attention to. I think she's quirky. I think she's interesting. I think Tierra Whack, like her style, like it reminds me. I was watching. I think it was Unemployed. Was her? Was it Unemployed or was it something else? Anyway, she just has this very weird vibe. Like she kind of reminds me a mixture of like Missy Elliott, cause her visuals and videos are very strange and very out there and very not flamboyant, that's the wrong word. Flamboyant is like jumps out at you, but it's just very weird and very like interesting. You just kind of look at it and you're just kind of like, I wonder what is going on here. And her style like is very just different. Like she's in the way that like I'm gonna compare her to a Nicki Minaj, and that people can find that weird, but when Nicki Minaj first started out, she started doing these like voices and weird voices and like Roman and like all these different like characters in her raps, and she started adding all these characters to her raps. And like I see Tierra Whack, and she's sort of not in her necessarily, she raps regular, which is funny because like when she sings, like she's doing all of these weird voices and different voices. Like in one song, like she's having this like, she's like she's like it's like this country voice, and then she does this other voice like in Cable Guy, and then she does this other voice and like Hookers, and then she does this other voice and Pet Cemetery, and it's like all of these different characters, and that's what it kind of feels like. It feels like all of these, this album really feels like an album full of like cartoon movie characters and how she's like seeing herself through these different characters and seeing her life through these different characters. Like Pet Cemetery, like it's like and all the songs are like a double entendre in a way. Like Pet Cemetery, he took my dog away, he treated him like a stray. Like it's just like it's like she's talking about, it's almost like she's talking about a literal dog, but she's also talking about like her dog, like her DAWG, like her dog, like her homie, like her friend. And it's just interesting how they're all kind of like double on the songs. She's not really using double entendres, but like the songs themselves and their themes are double entendres for two different things. I find it weird and interesting. I find her weird and interesting. Like in the song Cable Guy, when she's like, ABC, MTV, BET. Like, it's like, she's like, Showtime. Like, Showtime. She says something about like, you would need a remote just to control me. I thought you was my friend, thought you was my homie, or something like that. And it's like, I don't know, Cable Guy is this interesting like double entendre where it's almost like she's like seeing her, like she's had this relationship with this person, and like they showed her all of these things, like shows, like they showed her like these. It's somewhat okay. So the cable guy metaphor to me means like this guy that she was in love with or talking to, like presented himself or presented all of these things that were just fake. They turned out not to be true, but she makes the guy a cable guy, so he's showing her all of these, like he's like, oh, we have this, we have ABC, we have ABC Family, we have like BET, we have MTV, and we have Showtime, like and you know, but like everything on there is like fake, it's phony, it's scripted, it's not real. And it's just so interesting. It's like, how did she come up with this? Like, this is I think it's low-key genius. Like, I think it's low-key genius to make the theme of the song the double entendre versus having rap lyrics in your songs that are double entendres. I think that reversal of the structure of a typical rap song is interesting. And the songs are only 1 minute. The songs are 1 minute. Each song is a 1 minute song. So like, if you don't like it, like you're moving to the next song pretty quickly anyway, which I also think is genius. I also think that we're in this very weird space right now of like people really messing with song structure and like what is a good song supposed to sound like. And like people are really like messing with song structure. You know, I did Solange's album where I said most of her songs sounded unfinished, but I also feel like she did that intentionally. And even though I didn't personally like the way she did it, like she's messing with the song structure. I heard that FKA Twigs or somebody. She's also somebody. I listened to a couple of her songs, not too many. It's just not my type of music again, but she's messing with song structure. We see, you know, even in an Anderson .Paak, Ventura, like he's mixing all these different genres together, going in and out of these different genres in one song, messing with song structure. And now we see, you know, Tierra, like sort of inverting, you know, typical rap songs, like not putting the double entendres and all the funny quips and stuff necessarily in the rap lyrics, but making the song itself and the theme of the song itself this like funny, like putting the song is the punchline, like the song is the double entendre itself, but there are no real like double entendres and like punchline, a lot of punchy lines within the lyrics, which I think is interesting. I really love the songs Cable Guy, Hungry Hippo, Hookers, Pet Cemetery. I think that the song is not songs that people will naturally like. I think that the songs are silly. I don't think that she takes herself too seriously, which I love. But yeah, like, but she can, like, she's also showing you that she can really rap. Like she doesn't just play the whole time. Like she really be rapping like with a steady flow. Like, I don't know, she kind of reminds me of a mix. Like she's playing with these different voices and stuff like that. Like, I don't know, like she reminds me, she's something, like she's something. I don't know exactly what she's gonna be, but like she's something. But she's, you know, she's creating her own lane for herself because really nobody's doing what she's doing. And these 1 minute songs that are like, you know, that she considers whack, and I think other people would consider them whack too. I don't think this is not an album for like the cool kids, you know, so or people who take themselves too seriously. It's not an album necessarily for like old heads who like really are into like 90s or just 90s everything. They just cannot let it go. And this isn't necessarily for even people of like the generation today, which is into like this trap music with the mumbling and stuff like that, and very few lyrics. She really has created a lane of her own. The only thing gripe that I have with this album really is that it is not, is that it is, it's hard to explain. Some songs sound a little out of place in her trying to be like funny or humorous and silly. I think it's like Silly Sam or something like that. It's one of the songs that I didn't like, which is one where she has the country voice. And other songs that just didn't feel like they were in place. Like I didn't feel like this, I guess what I'm trying to say is I didn't feel like this album was cohesive in terms of a single project. Like I feel like this was like, I like this, I like how this sounds, so I'm gonna put this in here. I like this, I like how this sounds, so I'm gonna put this in here. Like she really has like Mario sounds and stuff like that, Mario Kart sounds and stuff like that.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I feel like it's not as one complete body of work. Like it's not, it doesn't have one like all the pieces don't fit together. And that is sort of, you're sort of left with like at the end feeling like, what is this? I guess it's a whack world, but what you're left with feeling like, what is this in terms of its message, in terms of what she's trying to say. And I don't think she knows yet. I don't think she had a thing she was trying to necessarily, one thing she was, or a couple of things things she was trying to say. I think she's just like, I feel this at this time, so I'm gonna put this out. I feel this at this time, I'm gonna put this out. And I'm gonna try to make it as cohesive as possible, which the songs I think do for the most part run into each other very well. But I think you're left at the end like, what is this? I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. And it might just be because it's a whack world and it's whack and we don't understand it. It's not quote unquote cool. It's not for the cool kids. It's not for people trying to be cool or want to be cool. It is whack. Either you like it or you don't. That kind of art is interesting and I find it profound, but like I also wish there was like a more cohesion to like, I wish there was more cohesion in trying to like make a statement or make a clear statement and have an intentional purpose. I don't think this album has an intentional purpose. I think it's just sort of being in every song, she's just sort of being in the moment, and parsing out each song's theme and each song's feeling. But I don't think she's thinking about the songs necessarily as a whole, as one cohesive whole. Like she's not thinking about them as one cohesive whole, which is the only downside to this album. Because I think, because some of the songs do really mesh well together, but then others don't, and it's sort of just like, it just sort of feels off. It feels like she hasn't really found the true intent for that project. And I'm not gonna, and the word for the day is intent. The word for today is intention. And what is the intent of the author and the intention of the author? And is the author deeply thinking about their own, and is the, not author, but the creator, artist, whatever, deeply thinking about the work in a connective way, especially when it has so many different moving pieces? Or are they just sort of, they were in this song for this moment, now they're in this song for this moment? And I feel like it's the latter of the two. She was in the song for this moment, and she was in the song for this moment. But I don't necessarily know if the songs come together to tell a story, or nor do they have like a through line, or they have like this sort of theme. I feel like they're kind of all over the place because it sort of hit with like, I remember because at first I was like Bugs Life, Silly Sam, Hungry Hippos, you know, I was thinking about kids and like, you know, a child's mind. But then you go to a song like Hookers, and it's just like, okay, Hookers. This is a very grown up song. Um, so yeah, it's a little bit too messy, the album, but I'm interested in, as a first album, I'm interested in seeing what she's going to come up with next. Um, yeah, she's interesting. She's interesting. I give Whack World 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5. I give it a 3 out of 5. Um, it was a pretty good. It was a pretty interesting album. I'll always probably take it easier on first albums than I do of somebody who's well established in the game. Just so people know, like, if you're just starting out, I'll probably give you a little bit of leeway. Versus if like you've been doing albums for a while now, you should probably know like how to structure an album. That your album should have an intent, and that, you know, it should be well thought out and well produced and well sung or rapped and well everything. As for, but if like this, if it's your first album, I'll take a little easy on you, and so I'm gonna give her a 3 out of 5 for this being her first album, and I expect growth after that. One thing that I expect from artists I listen to is like I expect to hear growth throughout their like artistic lives. Like their first album shouldn't sound anything like their fifth album. Their fifth album should sound like they've been here before. They know what to do. They've been through some things and they're ready to talk. Like this album, Tierra Whack's first album, White World, it sounds like she's a new artist. It sounds like she's a new artist. She has some great ideas. She's talented, you know. But like she's learning. She's gonna have to learn to like, you know. She's gonna have to like, you know, as all new artists do, you know, get it more polished, more, you know, and you know, more polished and more. I'm trying to not say professional, but they're gonna have to take that creativity and all of those ideas and creative ideas, and they're gonna have to put them in a cohesive project that resonates, or that is resonant. And I feel like this could have been a project that was resonant. I still think it is. I just don't know if everybody's gonna see that because of how messy it is. But yeah, I give it 3 out of 5. This will be a pretty quick video. But yeah, I think, yeah, from Ari Lennox, Tierra Whack, like I'm excited. I'm excited about this new generation of artists that are coming up. And doing their thing, and they might not be, you know, Tierra Whack and Ari Lennox, they might not be, you know, selling out arenas, but like as long as they're putting out good music, like I don't care. Like I think there's too much focus on trying to be like Michael Jackson, you know, Michael Jackson superstar, singer, entertainer, performer, creative. Like there's too much pressure to do that and be that, or like a Beyonce type. There's nothing wrong with being like an Erykah Badu or a Jill Scott or whatever, or a Missy Elliott. Like these people still have their accolades and they still have their money and they still made great music. And they're respected, and they might not have been Michael Jackson or Beyonce or, you know, Prince level artists, but like they are still very influential and still very loved. And I don't feel like you have to be like, I think there's too much focus right now on being commercial and like being the biggest commercial artist out there. I think there's too much commercial, and then the commercial stuff is all popped down and like watered down and whitewashed, and I don't think Tierra Whack is gonna be that. I hope Ari Lennox, she seems to know who she is as well. I like both of them. But yeah, that's my little speech at the end of this video. But again, happy Mother's Day, and I will see you all next time. Out. Oh, also, like, subscribe, comment if you like this video. If you like the other video, you know, dislike if you don't like the video, that's fine as well. If you don't like the video, you want to leave a comment, leave a comment. I'm very responsive. I'm gonna try to be responsive to everybody that comments under the videos. So don't feel afraid to comment. I'll be nice as long as you be nice to me. But yeah, like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you, and this time for real, I will see you next time.